And my trees are in. Let's get it open. Planting day, even though it's cold. It's not snowing like they said it was going to. My original plan was to put the orchard way back there on our new land, but our new land isn't ours yet. It's taking way longer than it should. So I already have 3 peach trees here. So I'm going to put my 6 apples in line with these. It's a little blurry over there, sorry. So that's the plan. I'm gonna do 3 at a time in case something weird blows in it and starts like blizzard or whatever. So yeah, I have the apples in a bucket of water to soak their roots a bit before we put them in. Just make sure they're well hydrated. My first row, we have our Antonovka, and then our Allington Pippin, and our Cornish Gillyflower. So those will be our 3 in our first row. The Allington Pippin is in, and mostly good. You can tell the soil level's a little low around it. That's just because that's where the grass came out at. But it's all properly leveled, so the trunk's not going to be down in a basin or anything, because that would be bad. So I'll add a bit more dirt from over there where the garden is, and I've got lots of loose dirt, and I will prune it, but we'll talk about that later. Right now I've got 2 more holes to dig. We have our Allington Pippin in, we have our Antonovka in, and we have our Cornish Gillyflower in. I know they're a little bit low compared to the outside, but I'm going to use this kind of white stuff to make a ring around the tree, in the same way I did a ring around here. Sorry, it's not focusing well. To keep our wiregrass and other spreading weeds away from the trunk, at least until they are really well established. So I'm gonna go get my other trees, and we'll plant 3 more since there's not a sign of a snowflake anywhere and the sun has come out. And we're gonna plant another 1, 2, 3. And then I'll get to trimming them, because this thing is about 4 foot, a little over 4 foot, and it needs to be about 2 foot. So we'll go get the other trees and we'll be back. All right, so we got all 6 of them in the ground. Thank you. And back up a little bit. So I've got all 6 in the ground. Big truck, sorry. And now I'm going to trim them. I highly recommend the book Grow a Little Fruit Tree. But basically what you want to do is you want to start them at about knee height. So my knee's here, so that's about here. For this particular one, this is my Allington Pippin. Now I want to make an open center with scaffolding going out, so I have a branch here and here and another one on this side. I also have one here which looks a little bit healthier than this one, so I'm going to make my cut right here on a slight angle above this node, and then these lower branches I'll trim and just leave these 3. 1, 2, 3. And that will create the scaffolding for my future Allington Pippin fruit tree. Now, I already cleaned these with alcohol, and I will clean them between each tree. I don't think any of them are sick. I'm not really worried about it, but it's always better to be safe. So, I want these 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just gonna cut it right there. Slight angle. Chop! Here, have a treetop. Now I'm gonna cut these lower branches off.
Have a whip for your butt.
Wait, don't pull it, don't pull it.
Have a whip for people's butt.
Guinevere.
Looks like a paddle.
And I'll cut this one. And then I'll cut this one, which is already broken. And now that tree is good to go. Now most of my trees are not this nice already. Most of them are just whips. So it'll be a little different. I'll look for buds in about the right spacing, at about the right height, and then clip above the buds. And then as it grows in the spring, the buds will turn into new branches. So 1 done, 5 to go. And then I gotta go plant the pomegranate. Oh, that feels nice. So 1, 2, and then a peach over there. Peach, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a peach. Beginnings of a very nice little orchard. I know some people have a really hard time with making these cuts where you're taking a $45 bare root tree and just chopping it in half. But I know what happens if you don't chop trees, so I'm not worried about it.
What happens?
What happens? You don't know what happens? They get crazy, and they get too big, and they get sick,
Oh, yeah.
and their branches break off.
That sounds woozy.
So, the orchard is planted. I'll come back later on a warmer day and put edging around all of those and top dress it with a little bit of compost and some mulch. Just a bit, not much. And we'll move all these daylilies, which is what this L shape is right here, because they don't need to be here now. And it'll be great.
I'm cold and it's gonna snow. Goodbye.